What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Nick, and welcome to another episode of Path to a Million podcast. And today I wanted to talk to you about content marketing and how it is like investing, how it is like compound interest or compounding interest. So I was doing a webinar today, and a friend of mine said something in the Q&A part of the webinar. He said something that I hadn't really thought of before, but he used the analogy of investing with content marketing, because I had talked about how the unique part about chiropractic and chiropractic practices is that usually when you start one, you tend not to move. You tend to have, they're hard to sell, can't always get a ton of value out of them. And unless people are moving to warmer climates and they've just decided I'll take whatever I can get because I want to get out of here, people tend to stay there for 20, 30, 40 years as long as it's a successful practice. And I was saying that the only 20, 30, 40 year strategy that I can tell you right now that I know for a fact is going to work 20, 30, 40 years from now is content marketing. Now, whether it's done virtually through a chip in your brain in 40 years, I don't know. But 20, 30, 40 years ago, when chiropractors were doing marketing, they were doing it through content. There's always going to be lead generation. There's always going to be platforms and technologies that you can leverage and take advantage of. But the thing that is the constant, the thing that is always going to help you position yourself as an expert is content. So I was making that point of, if you have a 30-year plan of being in this practice and in this community, you should have a 30-year marketing plan. So my friend mentioned, he's like, it's like investing. You should have short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals. And I'd never really thought of it in that way before. And then as I was kind of talking with him about that, I also recognized that, with compounding interest, over time, that growth starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as you go. And I think that is a really good analogy or metaphor, I'm not sure which one it is, for content marketing. So each piece of content by itself doesn't make that big of a difference. Very few of you are going to go viral. The content is just not really built for being spread far and wide. Just like every dollar is not going to make the difference. It's not going to make that, it's not that big of a deal. So each piece of content, though, stacks on the one that came before it. Each dollar stacks on the one that came before it. And eventually, we are now 6 years into creating content consistently, or coming up on 6 years. And, I've really noticed over the last couple of years that all of our marketing works better because I feel like we've built a brand. We're in a town of 120 with maybe another 30,000 on the outskirts. So maybe 150,000 people. We've consistently been in front of all these people for, 5 or 6 years. And in the last couple of years, I think that it's really made a difference. In 2020, it really made a difference during COVID, when we couldn't be out and about and really couldn't do any external marketing. So if you like investing, if you like that idea of I put this dollar in, then I put that dollar on top of it, and that starts to grow over time and the interest compounds, that's the way that your local celebrity status, your expertise, that's what happens. It's not every person is going to care about every single video that you do. But even if they scroll past it, they see your logo, they see your face, they see that you're trying to help. And over time, it builds that trust factor. It has that compounding effect. So if you like investing, invest in your practice, invest in your brand, invest in yourself, so that, 5, 10, 20, 40 years from now, you'll be glad that you did. So hopefully that helps. I hadn't thought of it that way before. And so that was unique to me, because I think about this stuff all the time. So I thought it might be helpful to some of you out there.